Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, today I am sharing my Amazon favorites with you guys, and not just favorites, but travel specific favorites. When I was looking through my list the other day, I noticed a lot of things are travel related, and I often get a lot of questions about travel things and what's my favorites. And if you guys have seen any of my other packing videos, you guys know I buy a lot of things specifically for travel that just makes life easier. So today I'm sharing everything that I buy specifically from Amazon that is travel related. And I will list any corresponding videos or playlists to other bags or travel packing videos that I've done below, so be sure to check those out. So first off, we're talking packing cubes, and I have all kinds of packing cubes, and I buy different ones just to try them out and find out which ones are our favorites. I'll show you here in a minute ones that we've used the longest, but these I've had for a little while, but this is definitely our newest set. These are compression packing cubes, and I only have these two sizes here because basically I was just trying them out and they came in this little set. What I like is they're really super lightweight, you can probably tell, and they have a handle, and I like these different sizes. You can put all kinds of things like swimsuits, underwear, socks, you name it. What's great about these is you put all your items in and zip them up, you know, like normal, but then it also has this area here that when you zip it, so you can see it's open, once you put all your items in and you zip this, it actually compresses the air down a little bit. So it takes up a little less space. I know some people don't like packing cubes because they actually think they take up more room. I use them strategically. Like, I don't put every single thing in there, but I think packing cubes are great to kind of corral similar items that you can find easily, and also to have items in there that you don't want to wrinkle. So that's kind of the primary reasons why I use them. I don't put larger things in there like denim or jackets or sweatshirts or anything like that though. Next are these packing cube sets. I have two different ones here, and I like these because of the color. They come in many other colors than these, and some of these, keep in mind, are going to be cheaper than others and the quality's maybe not as good, but you get so many for the money, and they each come with a lot of different cubes in the set. So this would be great if you had a family, and then this one's huge, as you can see. This would be great if you had a family and you can color coordinate if you want. So I always keep all the extra pieces inside the larger one. It's just kind of something I do for packing. It comes with things like, you know, you could put shoes in if you want. It has like smaller bags. Actually has kind of like little shoe bags. So when I link this for you, you can see all the different pieces that it offers. But again, I just really like these for different colors to put in my bag. They're easy to see. So our most used and the ones we've had the longest, and definitely my favorite brand, would be these from Eagle Creek. I know a lot of people use the ones from eBags. I have a set of those. They're definitely not my favorite. Something you'll see kind of between all of these, and again, these are the most sturdy, but I like the bags to have like an edge. I like when you put clothes in it for it to stand up a little bit, like something you could easily put in a drawer or somewhere, and it's not flopping around all over the place. Yes, these aren't the most sturdy, any of them, because, you know, they're made out of nylon, but I do like them to have a tiny bit of structure to them. So again, that's why I like all these in particular. So next up is a travel blanket, and I think this is something people don't think to take with them. Now this one's kind of big, and we actually have two of them, but I find we usually only take one. And I think we bought this last year before we were going on an Alaskan cruise, and we've actually taken it with us a couple times since. So this is great for the airplane because they do give you blankets on certain flights, you know, depending where you're going and whatnot. But if you want your own, this is a little bit nicer. You can fold it up a little smaller, but I find if I just fold it in a square and lay it on the top of my carry-on, it's easier to pack that way. So again, this one's really nice. It's kind of like a fleece material, so it's like thin but heavier. But this is great if you're just on vacation in a hotel room and maybe you want an extra blanket just to kind of throw on while you're watching TV or something, but you don't want like a great big one that goes across the whole bed. Like sometimes they often have extra blankets, but they're huge. So I've just found that this is great to travel with, and we've actually used it, you know, more than we thought we would, not just going to colder climate destinations. So this mirror is something that I have shown and I still use it. This is still the same one. It's held up great. You can buy this at several different retailers and drugstores, but they do have it on Amazon, so I wanted to go ahead and talk about it. I just love this. It folds like this, so I don't want to blind you with the mirror here. So it has a stand, so it's great for travel, but I also like it because you could hang it up this way as well. There's like a little hook, so if for some reason you want to hang it up or it's easier, you know, to look at that way, it has that. And it also has a light. You can see that come on. I usually don't find I need the light, but it is reversible, so it has magnification on one side, and this is just really great. It's honestly, it's pretty lightweight. I love that it's plastic, so it's not gonna break, and this just goes with me everywhere. So this little travel steamer, absolutely love this. Now, heads up, I always get this question a lot. You cannot bring a steamer on a cruise ship, so they are not allowed, but certain cruise lines have laundry services available that you can iron for free, or you could also have it sent out. But I love this little steamer. It works so well, and I love that it's so lightweight. It comes in its own little carrying bag, which is great. And what I love, mine actually has a little bit of water in it right now. Just make sure you don't use hard water in a steamer or it will clog up pretty easy. But what I love about this one, I gotta try to be careful since it has water. It packs so easy because the top comes off, and I just put this side by side in the little bag, and it travels great. You just fill it up with water at your destination, put it on, easily steam something. To me, this is quicker than busting out the ironing board and the iron at hotel rooms. So I just love traveling with this. So this is a fairly recent purchase for me. I bought this when I was going on a trip in April. I have a neoprene sleeve for my laptop, but sometimes just that takes up too much room depending on the size carry-on bag I'm taking. Usually I take a tote bag, and if I want to downsize to a little bit smaller one, that actually takes up a lot of room. So this is a closer fit. It's a laptop case. It does come in other colors. What I liked about this is it still has a little bit of cushion to it, but it's a tighter fit, so it fits the laptop perfectly. I have a 13-inch MacBook Air, and that's what's in here. It has a little snap magnet close, and then it just fits, you know, on your laptop literally like a sleeve. And again, I love this because it protects it, but yet it's still nice and slim. So these two have been favorites of mine most recently. I think I've taken them on 2 or 3 trips now, and I just love them. They come in a pack of 2, and as you can see, they're just clear TSA approved bags, so you could put this in your carry-on, put all your liquids in to go through security. But they'd also be great as just like a toiletry bag or a makeup bag, because I love that you can see everything in it. So I just wanted to show you here. I had like a couple of things in here. I always bring these wipes with me on every trip, and I just love how it fits everything. Because they're square, you can fit a lot of things like lengthwise if you have tall bottles, or you can stack things up. I just find these in particular, because I've had some different ones, this particular pair actually holds a lot, and they're very sturdy. I like that it has the reinforced edging on all sides. So again, I just like the shape, and I find these to be really sturdy. So for my cruiser, something that we absolutely love, we discovered this, I don't know how many years ago, and depending on what cruise line you take, they have different ones. So these are basically little protectors for your information that goes on your luggage, because as most of you know, if you've been on a cruise, you print them out and then you tape them or staple them to your luggage. Well, sometimes those could come off. We've just found this makes it so much nicer to put on. So they're plastic, and then they have, you know, a little tag here that you put through the luggage. Holland America and Princess normally have this larger one here. And then Royal Caribbean, I believe, has these smaller ones. You'll see all different kinds. Some of them are like a harder plastic. Some of them have little rings. I've actually found I like this kind the best. So again, I will list those for you below. So let's talk a couple of luggage necessities. This is a scale, and I love this one for a few reasons. One is the way it attaches up here. Our one before we liked, and it was really small, but it attached, it had more of like a hook that hung down, and you'll see a lot of them have that. Well, it ended up breaking, and our suitcase didn't even weigh over 50 pounds the time we were weighing it, and it broke. Well, when we went to visit my brother-in-law and his wife in Scotland, they had one with this at the bottom. I was like, okay, we have to have one of those. That is fantastic. So this is our new one because we loved that one so much. So it attaches like this. There's no like metal piece to break off. So you just put this around your luggage, snaps like that. So it's digital, like most of them are. And then you just weigh it. We've already tried this out. It works great. It feels really great holding it in your hand. Again, it's small enough to put in your luggage like we always do, just in case, but wanted to mention this one because of the actual style of it. And then some locks. Now, some suitcases come with locks, some don't. This comes in a 4-pack of locks. The packaging looks like this. And these are TSA approved. And basically what this has is a button on the top too, that if TSA does have to get in your luggage, that little red button will pop up and it'll let you know that your luggage has been accessed. But of course, anything with TSA approval has this little symbol here. And then this is the little area where they can get in if they need to. And it just has the combination lock. So I just love having locks on my suitcase, and these are really slim and don't get in the way. So again, if you followed any of my other packing videos, you've probably seen this. This is a Vera Bradley bag. I have a few of them. I love traveling with these because they're lightweight. This size in particular holds all of our chargers and cords and things like that. So it's got all kind of things in there. So I just want to talk about a few things in them. This is a really long charging cord. I think it's like 10 feet or something like that. So this is great for vacation or just anytime really. But great for vacation because sometimes, you know, the plugins in the room can be like in an awkward place or something. So if you might need a longer one. You see me mention this several times. This is a bestseller for me. I love this little outlet. So this just plugs in wherever, and if you need a couple of other outlets, why I love this is they rotate. So I always say it's great if you have big plug-ins like on your hair dryer or something, and sometimes, you know, wherever the plug-ins are just in a weird location. This is something great because again, these rotate and it has a couple of USB ports here. We bring this on every cruise too, and I've never had a problem with this. You cannot bring like a really long surge protectors, those aren't allowed, but again, we've never had a problem with this. And then something recently we purchased when we were in Scotland, this is great, it is a converter. Well, it's actually an adapter. And what I like about this is on the side it says, you know, USA, UK, China, Australia. You just push this out and you have then the plug that you needed. I used this with hair tools and everything. It worked great. So this is a really nice one to have. And I like that it's this one that has everything together. Can't talk about travel without talking about Yetis. I have a smaller one that I use around the house, but I always use this larger when I travel, and my husband has one as well. Especially like on a cruise or something, you know, so you can have extra water walking around or whatever. This one actually has the lid that opens and closes like that. It's magnetic. And then my most recent one is the little coffee mug. They just came out with these not too long ago. I love this. I haven't used it for travel, but what I do is I use it around the house because then my coffee doesn't get cold. I actually have a coffee warmer that when I'm sitting at my desk doing work I use, but when I'm just around the house, maybe on the weekend or something, I use this. I'm telling you, it keeps it warm for a long time. I mean, you could put chili in this. If you were out camping, it'd be great. You could put wine in it. So anyway, Yetis are great for travel. And last, I just want to talk about this little set because this thing in particular is what I love. So we've all seen these little things to put shampoo and face wash and all that. And I actually have a larger size that goes up to, I think, 3 ounces or something. So if you're going on a longer trip, those are great. It's the same thing, you know, the squeezy, they don't leak. Well, this is something that I absolutely love. This is kind of along those same lines as far as, you know, the rubbery. What I like about this is I can put like face scrub or like a cream or something that does not fit in those little bottles well or wouldn't come out of the little bottles as well. So again, I have a little bit of face scrub in there and this is just absolutely perfect for it. You could actually put like pills or something in this as well. Now I have found, depending on the actual product that's in there, sometimes I need to put it like again in a plastic bag because on flights, sometimes things just leak a little even if they're not supposed to leak. So it's not like this is super airtight. It's more for just the convenience of what kind of container it is, but I really like this one, so I wanted to mention it. So everything I talked about will be listed below. And again, don't forget, I have the Amazon store link that's always listed in any of my videos. You can always click on it and check out things I'm loving from Amazon, not just travel things. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you back. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with me and watch this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.